our actor, Ren Schmidt, and her, the physical attributes that she was going to bring to the character. And I like to sort of describe it as, carefully nuanced approach to her wardrobe.
For All Mankind is the best show on television, streaming anywhere. It's fantastic. Garrett, first question for you. How much can be kept as real as possible as tech advances? And in the future seasons where we see it skip ahead of time, does that become more challenging to advise on?
Yes. Yeah, it was easier season 1 or season 2. I had a historical record to reference and point out when things were right or things were. There was a correct answer. It's not so clearly correct or incorrect. Now it's more, but in a way it's more liberating. You can be more creative, you can be more open-minded, and it becomes a real collaboration with like Esther with the costumes and with Seth with the sets. And we, as long as my job becomes like making sure we try, if we, at least that we only bend the laws of physics, that we try not to break them. And that's really what I became more focused upon, but rather than the historical accuracy. Because we're now, even though it's 2003, when we start season 4, we're way beyond what we've actually accomplished in human spaceflight. So it's hard to say whether it's right or whether it's wrong.
Garrett keeps us in line, just so you know. He whips us into shape.
Speaking of that collaboration, Seth, I want to talk about how Happy Valley's evolved from season 3 to season 4, because now we get to see the working class deck, you know what I mean, the upper class deck. Can you talk about the production design of Happy Valley now?
Well, in the story, Happy Valley has greatly expanded in the ensuing, in the 8 years that it's been. So we have a surface level Happy Valley, and we have a below level Happy Valley, which we call the sub-level or the underground. The design basis for the underground, of course, is what the interior or the bottom of a battleship might be. In other words, we're deeply encased in rock with pipes and steel plates and everything we can to hold this place together and protect us from radiation. On the surface, we have another challenge, which is how to let us sense that we're on Mars and we can see the environment a little bit and yet still be protected from radiation, be protected from the differences in atmospheric pressure, etc. You can't go outside unless you're in a spacesuit. You have to stay, so a lot of your life is inside. Or duct tape. We have a special way that we transfer to and from a rover, which no one has ever really explored before, but you'll see it happen. So and we have shuttles that go up to an orbiting space station. So we have a very, very full world now that our characters can play in. And that's not even talking about what's happening on Earth.
Yeah, I have so many questions for you guys. I'm not going to be able to get through them all. But Esther, this question is for you. How have we seen the spacesuits evolve from season 3 to season 4? And we're also in the Soviet Union for the first time this season. Can you talk about creating Margot's aesthetic being in the Soviet Union?
The 2003 spacesuit is what I like to describe as a past-future suit, in that the technology that we are employing is further ahead in time and in what's available to us now. However, it's still firmly rooted in realism. And as you can see, we move, I think, seamlessly from season 3 to season 4 in terms of spacesuit progression, design progression. So that was actually an important component in approaching the suit design for season 4. It had to make sense with our past suits. Previous season 3 look for Margot was NASA. I was going to say employee, but she's not really an employee. She's the boss. So there's a certain sort of power look to Margot in season 3. We see a complete change in season 4. And so, Margot's wardrobe had to reflect that internal change and external change. And it was an interesting balancing act with our wonderful hair and makeup crew. and of course our actor Ren Schmidt and her, the physical attributes that she was going to bring to the character. And I like to sort of describe it as, carefully nuanced approach to her wardrobe. And of course, thinking about the environment, the Moscow environment, and again, capturing that in the clothes that she's wearing.
I can't thank you guys enough for your time. You guys do such an incredible job on this show. It's like looking through a window at an alternate reality. So thank you guys so much for this. I'm a huge fan. Thank you.